Republicans hearing the details of the new tax plan for the very first time. Up until now, we haven't been told what is inside. But lucky for us, not only do we have a Republican congressman with us, but one who was on the Ways and Means Committee that drafted this bill. Joining us now, Republican Congressman Jim Renacci of Ohio, a member of the House Ways and Means Committee. What's inside? Let's get some of the specifics, sir. Let me ask you some specific questions as your colleagues are being briefed on this. The top tax rate, 39%. Will it stay in place, and what income level will it phase in?
Well, good morning, John. And what I would tell you is most of those details will come out at 11:15. But I will say that much of the framework is still intact. The rates that we've talked about are still there. There will be a top tax rate that will be phased in. These are the things that we're trying to make sure that, number one, this tax cut affects middle-income families, and that's the key. And that's going to be the real key. And I think 11:15, you're going to see that's going to happen.
I don't want to wait till 11:15. 401ks, are they going to be touched?
I can tell you that 401ks have been an issue. I know that even during the camp draft, I fought to maintain them. A lot of members on the committee wanted to maintain them. I think that people will be surprised at 11:15 to see that we've done our work to make sure that middle-income Americans continue to get that break and continue to have that break.
And the last specific I'll push you on, because you do seem reticent to spill right now, is state income taxes. Will they be deductible?
Well, look, that's also been another issue that I know we've talked to many of the Congress people that represent states with high income taxes, so there have been some adjustments made to that. Again, this tax plan is built on a framework to help middle-class Americans, and that's what it's going to do. In the end, there are going to be some people that say, I don't like this, I don't like that, but I promise you that we're going to see some tax cuts for middle Americans, even with some of the changes, including state and local income taxes. When you double the standard deduction, it makes so many changes for many, many people in the middle America tax area.
One of the things you, sir, have been personally concerned about for middle America is the national debt, concerned about the burden it will place on each and every one of us and all of our children all over this country for years to come. How does this tax plan help reduce the national debt?
Well, in the end, it's about growth, and that's the one thing we have to do. If we continue to grow at 1.5%, I know there's a spike up now in growth, but we need sustained growth. Without sustained growth, we cannot fix the national debt. So the good thing about this is we have a plan for sustained growth, which gives us the opportunities for a long-term sustained growth, which is necessary for the national debt.
You say, God help our children and future generations of America as we continue to bury them in unsustainable debt. This plan, even to meet its Senate burden, it can still be sort of in the red, $1.5 trillion, but it could be in the red even more than that, couldn't it?
No, because the goal is really on a static score, which is the basic of scores, a static score to get to $1.5 trillion. That's what the instructions gave us the ability to do. No one's taken into consideration dynamic scoring yet, the growth from the economy. There are so many numbers coming out. Look, there's going to be economists say that it's not going to grow the economy. There are those that say it is. What we're finding is most are saying that the way we've built this thing, it is going to grow the economy, and a 1% growth alone will take care of much of the deficit in the static score numbers.
Congressman Jim Renacci, thank you so much. Blink twice if the 39% tax cut phases in at $1 million.
I think, like I've told many people, it sounds like you were in the room, so we'll let it at that and see what happens at 11:15.
All right, Congressman.